Hello everybody, Angela Lynne here. It's November 15th of 2022 and I want to talk to you today about automatic chicken doors for your chicken coops. I know a lot of you out there are preppers and are starting to prepare if you haven't already been. A lot of you have homesteads or farms of your own. I unfortunately do not, but I'm believing, and I know that my Father in Heaven's got a plan, and I just want to praise and thank him in public for the beautiful home and property that he's going to provide for me very soon. I know this is going to be a miracle. And he, it wasn't easy, like I said, to obey him and come here again by myself. But I do, I work for him. He's my provider. He's my God. He's my Father. He's my bridegroom. He's my defender. And, he's also my commander in chief. People have said, why don't you go get a job like in the world? I'm like, well, I've done that before. And if the Father told me to, I would do it again. But he hasn't instructed me to do that because he has work that needs to be done for the kingdom. Okay, so I work for the kingdom of the Most High God. And I know that he will provide for me in the land that he sent me to. So anyways, I keep trying to encourage myself as well because the enemy's trying to bring in doubt and fear. It was a lot of work getting the chicken coop done, which the Father told me to get the chickens and the guineas. And then also I built like an enclosed run for the chicken coop so that when I had to leave for ministry, like when I left for my 10-day Feast of Tabernacles Sukkot trip, the chickens would be able to get in and out and they would be safe. So I researched different chicken coops, different automatic chicken doors. What I ended up getting was the Coop Tender, which is a wood automatic chicken door. Now, unfortunately, and I don't even want to make this video, you guys. I'm actually going to record this video. I'm going to send it to the owner of the company, Jim, first to see if he's going to do the right thing. And if he does not resolve this, then I am going to post this video because I want to warn others. I don't want you guys to be in the same situation that I'm in. Now, there's tons of positive reviews on his website. And it would make sense, if you're a business, that he's not going to share negative reviews about his Coop Tender doors. So after I encountered the problem that I had, I did find several other reviews of people that had the exact same issue that I had that never got resolved. So with the Coop Tender door, it's an automatic wood door. It's got like a panel on it and you can set it. You can automatically set it or it will rise, a sunrise and sunset. There's a Wi-Fi module so that you can operate it when you're away from home, which that actually was very appealing to me since I'm still, living alone. And, a lot of times I will be out, ministering to people in public and I might not, or even, if the Father sends me somewhere and I don't get home before sundown. So I spent over $500 for this because I got like an extra cable. I got like the medium-sized door with the solar and the Wi-Fi module because it comes with the solar panel that charges the battery. So that hopefully you don't ever have to like buy a battery or anything like that again. So once I got it installed, it worked fine in the beginning. It worked fine for about a week. And then it was maybe a week. It might have been a little bit longer. Then I left for my trip to Oklahoma. So that was a pretty, 6-7 hours from here for 10 days. And one night it got below 20 degrees. It got really cold. And that is the night when the next day my neighbors went and checked and the chicken coop door was like stuck. It didn't go all the way down and it wouldn't go all the way back up. And so they couldn't figure it out, messing with the keypad there. So it was like that the entire time that I was gone. And I was tempted to come home, but the Father has taught me very well, like, don't let my animals be an idol. And he had work for me to do there in Oklahoma. So I did not leave early, even though I was tempted to do so. So when I got home from my trip, I did everything I could to try to fix that door. I emailed the owner several times, told him the issues and my frustrations. He just copied and pasted parts of the instruction manual and said, try this, try that. I basically tried everything. I read through the manual like twice. Which was already frustrating anyways, because I spent a lot of money on the door. You just want it to install it and it to work. So having to myself try to troubleshoot it and go through the manual and try all the different things, uninstalling the door because I had things screwed in to hold it in and have like this run attached to where the door opening is. So I had to like go and unscrew a whole bunch of stuff and get the door out and take the door apart and WD-40 it, make sure all the wires are connected. There's like lots of different things that I did. I took pictures. I sent it to the owner, to Jim, who I believe is the owner. I sent pictures, saying, do you see anything here that looks wrong? He didn't reply regarding the pictures. He just, said, this is what it is. It's under warranty. You can send it in to get it fixed. So after I found the reviews, though, of other people who had the same problem where when it got really cold, the door basically stopped working and it never worked right again. That put me at pause for having the door fixed because I've already been through enough time and stress and crying, trying to fix this thing myself after, already, trying to install it. It's like I've never done this stuff before. So I was like very frustrated. I was like, well, I just want a refund. So I didn't even take the time. He was nice enough to send me a return label to have it, because he was going to make me pay to ship it back. But I was like, that's not fair either because it's not working and this is no fault of my own. So he did send me a UPS return label so I could send it back. But then after I sent it back, I was like, I would like a full refund. Please issue this ASAP. He was like, well, the refund will be based on our refund policy. He didn't give me a link to the refund policy. He didn't tell me what it was. So I had to go to the COOP tender website and look up what the refund policy is. Now, there is a warranty for the year, but the refund policy basically is hogwash because it says that the door has to be unused, first of all. It has to be returned within 30 days. And then and then there's a 20% restocking fee. So you're still going to be out 20%. And that's maybe to cover his fee for, shipping it to you or whatnot. But the way I see things, doing business right, like if the door's not working to no fault of my own, but there's something wrong with the mechanics in it or the electrical electronics in it, that's not my fault. I shouldn't have to actually pay or be out any money. I worked in customer service and sales most of my life, and that's just not good business. It's not good customer service. And he does say on his site, 100% customer satisfaction. Well, this customer is not 100% satisfied. So I was like, okay, I don't agree with the 20% restocking fee. And then of course, how are you going to know if the door works or not unless you use it, right? It says you have to return it within 30 days and it has to be unused. Okay, so basically if you buy the COOP tender door and there's a problem, there's no way you're going to get all of your money back. And if you used it, you're not going to get all of your money back. So, again, you can't know whether or not it works unless you install it and use it. And if it's not working because there's something wrong from the manufacturer, that's not your fault and you shouldn't be held liable for that and you shouldn't be out anything for it. You're already out frustration and stress. You got to send it back, and that means you got to find another door or a way to cover that chicken coop door until you get that resolved. It's just a big mess because there's also animals involved that are, every other predator and animal out there want to eat them. Chicken's good. So I was really frustrated. So the morning when he sent me that saying this is our, it will be refunded based on our policy, I read the policy. I emailed him back that morning and I said, look, this isn't fair. But if you're unwilling to send me my full refund, then based on the warranty, please fix the door and return it to me. Okay. A couple hours later that day, I sent the email that morning, and a couple hours later that day, I did get a refund from COOP tender, but it was for like $196. I spent over $500 plus tax on this thing. So probably close to $600. And the guy refunded me less than $200. Now, once I got that, I tried to call the bank and like block that because I was like, I don't want this money. Send it back to him. They weren't able to do that because it was still pending. Like it hadn't posted yet, the refund. I called today. It has posted. So if I want to reject that and send it back to him, I have to pay $35. So I emailed him like right away. I've sent several emails, I've sent several phone calls, and I'm like, look, I told you I wanted a full refund, and if that wasn't possible based on your warranty, please fix the door and send it back to me, because it's not fair that I'm out money. He refuses to answer my calls. He refuses to call me back, and he's refusing to even email me back. So that's why I'm making this video. I'm just really frustrated. He's not done the right thing here. This is not good business. And I don't want anybody else to have the same problem that I had, you know, where you get a door, and it's probably not Jim's fault if there's, you know, something wrong with, you know, he got a bad motherboard or whatever it's called. Some of the electronics that he used to install it aren't working correct, or maybe he's just aware of this problem, like, you know, because these other people said it happened, like with me, when the temperature dropped and got really cold, something went haywire, and then it just never worked right again. So that's happened to several other people, just not me. And we are coming into like more extreme weather, especially like cold weather. So you definitely don't want a chicken door that's not going to work in the cold. You definitely don't want to, I don't want anybody to have to go through the hassle and frustration and stress that I've gone through, wondering, okay, why isn't this working? Trying to go through every part of the manual and figure out everything that you can do to fix it yourself, and then you send it back, and you know, you don't even get all of your money back. So I'm just putting this out there as a warning against COOP tender doors. I'm hoping I don't have to post this. I hope he does the right thing and fixes my door and sends it back to me. But I'm wondering, I mean, even if he does, I don't know, I might still need to post this, because I don't really want you guys to go out there and buy a door that's gonna, you know, that's not gonna work. And it's like too complicated to try and figure out how to fix on your own. And then you got to ship back, you know, a large, you know, wood door and wait for them to fix it and send it back to you. So a couple of the people, the reviews that I saw said that they went through this process, you know, more than once with returning it to get things fixed. And they were still having problems with it. So anyways, again, this is a review about the COOP tender door. And my experience with it, and losing, you know, being out almost $400 basically, and I had nothing to show for it, then a lot of lost time and tears. So, all right, bye. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps you guys.